All right. Welcome to it. Hello. So, Ellie, I just realized I didn't make this one private. So, this is going out to all of YouTube.
For this, you were like, I'm getting better, Ellie. Literally 3 seconds ago. Oh, Ellie, I'm getting better. I would hang up the stream.
Oh, dear. Yeah, I might have set this one up a little on the quick side. So,
I did ask you to push it back an hour. This
So-
one can be on me.
No, this one is definitely on me. Hello to everyone coming in on the live stream. Everyone on YouTube, all of
We
our
have more viewers than we've ever had ever. We have 10.
There's already 10. So, welcome to a surprise version of Ellie's Garage Live. Usually this is just for our Patreon subscribers. This is one of their benefits. But for those of you who aren't, welcome, because I forgot to make it private. So, Ellie, on our agenda, is there anything you want to skip over, or probably that I'll let you type in there. But anyway, I'll continue talking. So yeah, so we do a for everyone, for all of YouTube, welcome, subscribers and not. This is our monthly live stream that we do for Patreon subscribers. We talk about what Ellie's been doing and what's coming up and everything. It's been kind of a crazy month or so for both Ellie and here at home. So this is actually probably the worst live stream to bring everyone in on, because we have virtually nothing to present or discuss. I probably just should have ended the whole thing, but you know what? You're here now. So
we're just gonna end it. We're just gonna continue.
No. We're at least going to do, everyone's favorite segment. But we can talk about how you're doing, how school's going. I'll tee you up. Normally,
so
Ellie, since I have foisted this all upon everyone, this is all on me. Ellie, of course, is away at college in the UK. So she is 5 hours ahead of us. It is 1 o'clock Eastern time. It is 6 p.m. Ellie, where you are.
Didn't know that.
So yeah, I tell you what, here, Ellie, it will be a bit of hashing out old material. This is Teddy.
Look at him.
So Ellie, why don't you, for those of you, there may be some people who have just jumped in here. Maybe they're not even subscribed to you, but maybe they are. And just for the sake of those who may not have seen what's been going on, what are you doing in school? What year is this for you? What's been going on? Set things up for us. See, this keeps it fresh. This keeps it new. This keeps you on your ooh.
Oh my goodness.
Dewey. Those of you who don't know, we're big Pixar fans on this channel. Big Pixar fans. So
I think it's hilarious that you made this mistake after adamantly telling me you weren't making live stream mistakes anymore.
Yes. Those of you, so just before we came on, I was getting a few of our things ready, and which I've messed up before. And Ellie said, "Hey, Dad, don't mess this up now, like you did before." And I was saying, Ellie, I've gotten a lot better at this. And then go live, and hey, you didn't make it private. In our defense, every once in a while we do a public ones. It's just usually a little more planned out.
So we plan it so that it's interesting.
But Ellie, you are interesting. That can't be denied. So if you're involved, interesting achieved. also, I usually don't look like I just woke up and throw a hat on because I'm working from home today. So that's basically what I did. Don't tell anybody. So, Ellie, bring us up to speed on what you're doing over there.
So for those of you who don't know, because you're not on our Patreon, sponsored by Patreon. I'm a mechanical engineering student at Swansea University in Wales. This is my second year, and I'm over halfway through this year. About halfway through my second semester. Things are really picking up. I have a lot of assignments being due now, and labs that apparently take you 2 weeks to complete. Fun things like that. Fun engineering things. It's all very, very stressful. And I think the reason we accidentally made this live is because I had Dad push it back an hour because I had to go to the pharmacy because I'm not feeling well. I think I have strep. Anyway, so that one was on me. But we're here. We're going to go to bed soon. And we're going to talk about the car that I haven't seen in a couple months.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. And as much as I do appreciate you trying to carry water for me, sweetheart, but the switch of making it public versus private is not affected at all by pushing it back at all. It's at a very, very base level. Doesn't really get affected by the other stuff.
Never mind. Not my fault. 2 people left. I think they were so ashamed that you made it public.
That's sad. That's sad.
What do we have to talk about? I mean, right now I'm just studying and working on catching up. I had an interview Tuesday, which was a super big deal. It was like an all-day thing.
And what were you in? Not necessarily the job, but the idea of Ellie, I actually am seeing some activity happening in the chat. Guys, for those of you who don't know, our chat is usually doesn't quite operate, but Ellie's executive producer, the man himself, Drew Carter, just wrote in, you'll get that technology stuff down one day, Matt.
Well, he did tell me when I was on the phone with him earlier.
Yeah.
I was calling him to tell him that I needed to push the live stream back, and he went, Ellie, hang up the phone. Oh, wait, you can walk with the phone. And I was like, yeah, Dad, I'll hang it up on the wall, untwist the cord.
Yeah, I was picturing her. Yeah, sir. Down at the Charleston 287. I gotta go.
It was very funny. Anyway, you've had trouble with technology today.
Here, really, just in the last half hour, it seems to have all just fallen apart. But do you have some nice comments from Kat, who's been a longtime follower, Framer Kat? She said that you loves that you're doing engineering. Her sister was one of a handful of women in electrical engineering at UVA back in the day. That's pretty cool. And Larry Peplinski says that he has 3 daughters your age. And he would love to have gotten them involved with some stuff as well, and is loving hearing how you're doing. And Drew Carter just face palmed emoji'd me.
Engineering is an exhausting major. None of us have any free time. I had one class today and then spent the rest of the day studying for a quiz I have tomorrow. And I spent about max 25 minutes talking to 2 other mechanical engineers. And after the conversation was over, we all left and went, that's our social battery for the week. We have no more time to use. We have to, study. So we're every mechanical engineer is kind of in the same boat of we have 0 time. Our social time is in our lectures. Like it's a lot. It's a lot. My crazy weekend plans are more studying. I mean,
You are a wild and crazy kid.
Child. Yeah.
Oh, there's back end of Zuzu, our rescue Chihuahua. She's going deep. Yep, there she goes.
She likes curling up in
She likes
blanket.
burrowing in there. Anyway, just to bring you all up to speed on what's going down.
Our patrons know this. If you were a patron, you would know the dogs' names.
That's true. That's true. If you'd like to be a part of our regular live streams, you can join. You can find Ellie's Garage on Patreon, and you can get something that's at least a little more organized and planned than this. But we're pretty good on the fly. But Ellie, you were talking before about a job you were interviewing for. Not necessarily about the job, but this idea of this the year in industry, which is a really cool thing. And it's kind of, for those who don't know, I think you could talk about kind of one of the reasons you went over there, and then about what that is and everything.
So the layout of my schooling is, it's a 3-year bachelor's degree and a 1-year master. And I added on what they call a year in industry. So after this year, I will have done 2 years of my bachelor's degree. I'll take 1 year to go work in the mechanical engineering field and like have firsthand experience, so that after I finish my degree, I have previous experience, so people want to hire me, because that's a big thing right now, that if you don't have previous experience, people don't want to hire you, which kind of creates this like weird circle of no one will hire you because you don't have previous experience, but you can't get previous experience if no one will hire you. It's a whole thing. Anyway, this kind of eliminates that.
It's just engineering cycle.
Yes. So next year, hopefully, I'll have a job for the whole year. And then I'll go back to school for 2 more years, 1 year to finish my bachelor's and then 1 year to finish my master's. Because I'm in the year in industry and master's program, because I had to make things extra hard. Yeah. So I'm looking for a job. I've applied to quite a few places, heard back from some. I had a big interview Tuesday, which I'm not going to say much about, because if it falls through, I don't want to tell the whole world. I want to feel that shame privately.
But if it comes through, we will blast
if it comes through, I'll probably post something about it. But so I'll hear back from that in a couple of days. But both of us worked all weekend going over like engines and a whole bunch of basics and that kind of thing. And I had to do a 10-minute presentation. It was a whole thing.
Yeah. If Ellie would have understood the idea of a reference from Rocky, I would have sent her a thing with Mick behind her, "Come on, Rock," and I would have put like Ellie's face over Rocky, but that would have been completely lost on her. So anyone over the age of 35 would get that. Otherwise,
I would have gotten it.
Oh, well, I just didn't want to, you wouldn't have gotten it to the degree though, because
I would have
Rocky as a concept.
like the general
idea, it as a cultural reference.
Yes.
You didn't see so but yeah, we did some serious review on just a lot of technical review and just going back, but it was kind of fun, honestly.
It was fun, but I was up till like 2 a.m. a couple of nights in a row, and then I went to school, and then I got a train and was up super late. And then I woke up early and went to the interview all day, and then got a train home and was up super late, and then slept all day, and then woke up for my class this morning. And now I'm not feeling too good. I think my body is kind of.
Ellie had a heck of a 48 hours going out for that interview, but it sounds like it's going to be really cool. So, Ellie, go ahead. Yeah. We've got one of our viewers is in Australia right now. And he has.
I was about to do an Aussie accent, and then I decided against it.
You already did that in one of your videos, so it's already out there.
Oh wait,
you don't remember that? Oh, side note for all of you viewers, if you don't know, Ellie does not watch her own videos. So
I forgot that I did that.
If you've seen one of the videos, you know them better than she does. But yes, Ellie did make a. We actually both did when we were. I mean, wasn't it when we were doing the grease gun? Yeah. Because remember
That's right, because the guy on the
we
video
pulled up
was
on an Australian site, and it was like, you're super pro grease gun. So we were saying grease guns the whole rest of the day. Anyway, sorry, Andrew. I
apologize.
My apologies to the rest of your countrymen for doing a bad Australian accent.
We're
But
sorry.
Ellie, Andrew also wrote in that he just noticed the Australian pictures you have on your back wall, and he thinks they're awesome.
These are all from the Falcon Club of Victoria, if I remember correctly.
You're exactly right.
They sent me basically a giant care package, and it was
all kinds of stuff.
It was one of these the first real Falcon care package I had ever gotten, and it was so cool. Anyway,
I mean, with cups and keychains.
Yeah,
and
we both have cups. I think I have mine here. I got a bottle opener that was a piston. I don't know where that is, but I want to bring it here. Anyway, I picked my 4 favorites and brought them because they're the only real Falcon media that I have. Anyway,
exactly.
They're one of my favorite things to point out.
Makes a good background.
It does.
Background. Anyway, well, for those of Andrew was in the early Falcon Car Club of Victoria years ago. Yeah, that's the ones who sent it over. That's on the bucket list.
I have a T-shirt from there. And I'll wear it every once in a while to school. And once one of my friends asked me, they were like, so what's the difference between an Australian Falcon and an American Falcon? And I was like, well, let me tell you. Unfortunately, he asked it 10 minutes before the lecture, so I had to speed through it.
Yeah, you gotta hurry that one up. Okay, so again, for those of you who are not used to, we have a special segment here on the Ellie's Garage live show where Ellie, since she is, relatively, this is her second year there, but she's relatively new to being in the UK. So we have a segment where Ellie tries different snacks live on camera and then gives us her interpretation of them. We call it Snack Time with Ellie.
It's snack time with Ellie, where Ellie tries snacks.
That's right. It's Snack Time with Ellie, where Ellie tries snacks. It's Snack Time with Ellie.
So that song was made and recorded by my family. Distant relatives over Thanksgiving or Christmas one year.
Well, not distant. I mean, it's your aunt.
No,
some extended. Yeah. It goes down to extended family.
Yeah.
Now the fiance of your cousin, but the fiance then. Anyway, it's family.
It's family, and it always makes me laugh because I can hear my aunt singing, and it's just funny. I think it's great.
Ellie, side note, Larry.
Larry's a cable guy.
Larry is not from Australia, but he made a Crocodile Dundee reference, which again is going to be lost on you. But there's a line in Crocodile Dundee where he says, "Now that's a knife," but he said, "Now that's a grease gun."
What's Crocodile Dundee?
Forgive her, please. Those of you again over 35.
I feel like this is your error.
Failure of parenting. This is not on her. I will rectify this over the summer. So Ellie, Ellie, what are you trying this month in snack?
So this month I had to do last minute finding snack time, and I couldn't find anything that looked good to me, so I had to go with something that looked kind of weird, and that was Jelly Babies, which is kind of horrifying.
Oh my gosh, they're real babies.
Yeah.
I thought it was like metaphorical.
No, it's babies. It's creepy.
You're eating jellified children.
Yes, and the flavors aren't
Talk about getting canceled. We're gonna go down in flames right here. This is happening right now.
We'll make it exciting. And the flavors aren't flavors, they're like kid names. Like each color of kid has a name. And it's so weird.
Wait.
They're like weird names. They're not like names, but it's
okay. You're gonna have to. So there's not cherry and grape and lemon. They've given the children names? Okay, run through them, please. Oh my goodness.
I have to figure out what's yellow and what's green. I have to figure. Wait, give me a second. They look like kids. They look like kids crying.
What? Okay, can you give us a close-up? Can you give us a close-up?
Do you see that it's frowning?
Wait, zoom out. Give it a little rotation.
Do you see it?
Fortunately, it's got a little too much of like the cornstarch or whatever's on there. Thankfully, I can't.
Oh my gosh, wait.
Oh no.
Can you see it now?
Oh my gosh, they're crying! So when you eat jelly babies, you are eating gummy, sad children.
Yes!
I had no idea this was going this way.
I didn't know it when I bought them.
Wow. Wow. I mean, I'm trying to think of what we would have over here that'd be like Mike and Ike's. It would be like if they were little characters and they, little Mikes that you, but those are just plain that. I mean,
wait,
wow.
I'm trying to think of all the colors.
Wow.
I'm missing one.
Now, Larry said that this snack is so Monty Python, which he said you probably wouldn't get either.
I do get.
But I did at least raise her a little bit right, Larry. At least a little bit right. Yes, Drew just brought up a good point. Sour Patch Kids. They look like little
That's what
characters.
I said.
Did you say that?
What I said.
Well, Ellie, come on now. Wasn't right until, somebody. I didn't hear you. I was too busy freaking out over these children we were going to be eating.
Only the green one is crying.
Just the green one is crying? What is everybody else doing? Okay, wait, hang on. No, don't blow it. Don't blow it. I need you to go through each flavor, and you're going to tell us, you're going to show it to us, you're going to give us the character name and describe what is happening.
Half of these kids look deformed, and it's just kind of weird, and they don't have a face. They're just kids.
Wow.
This is Brilliant.
The child's name is Brilliance?
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Well, at least it's kind of like a, trying to lift these little gummy kids up before they get. Wait, what? What's it called?
Boofles.
What?
Boofus.
The kid's name is Boofles.
This is Bubbles. Bubbles is a little deformed.
Boofles, Bubbles, Brilliant. I think we know the favorite child so far.
I thought this one's name was Bummer. It's Bumper. But Bummer would be better.
Bumper, Boofer, Bubbles.
This one is Baby Bonnie. They ran out of names.
Okay, well, clearly we're on an alliteration track here.
So the last one, which is Big Heart.
Big Heart, Brilliant.
Now we have
Rambles, Buckles, Bubbles, Bristles.
Boofle is my favorite.
Oh.
He's the one that's crying too.
I did not expect we were going to spend half of the time on these scary little snacks. Okay. So, Ellie, which one are you going to try? No, it's not which flavor you're going to try. Which child are you going to eat?
So I think they're like Gushers.
Oh, serious?
Because it says contains fruit juice. So I think they're Gushers, basically. Which I've never had Gushers. We never bought them. Because you didn't love me. On the packaging, Boofles is so happy looking. Look at him. And he's crying in real life. Something traumatic has happened in this poor kid's life. Look at that.
That's marketing versus reality right there.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Brilliant, because clearly he's the favorite.
What's Brilliant got going on there?
Strawberry with cornstarch on it, and they're not set. It's not great. But that's what you expect when you eat a child. That has to be my quote.
Yeah.
Each time I try a snack, I have a quote to go along with it to like say what I think of it. And that's now my quote. Not great, but that's what you expect when you eat a child. I'm saving.
Yeah. Here, while you continue, Ellie, I'm gonna pull up some of our previous notes from previous episodes, and I'll give you some of your previous quotes. So I'm gonna jump off. You go ahead and keep going.
Okay, this one's Big Heart. Oh, Black Currant! I made a mistake. Big Heart was a mistake. Big Heart is evil.
At Black Currant.
It's everywhere and it's not good. It tastes like a leaf. A leaf that's been around cigarette smoke. This is Baby Bonnie. Oh, this one's strawberry.
Oh, nice.
The other one was probably apple or cherry. Yeah, whatever this white powder on it is, that might be a controlled substance. You never know. There's way too much of it. It's getting everywhere. Okay, now I'm eating Bumper. That one's orange. Bumper's the best so far.
Oh, nice.
Out of the children, I like eating Bumper the best. Now I'm eating Bubbles. It's just lemon. I have a whole bunch of decapitated children now. Look at these. Dad, look.
Ah!
The jump scare. Okay. Now for my very favorite child, Boofles. He's crying, but won't be crying for long. He's lime. He's not that good. That's disappointing. Boofles was the cutest. Okay. I'm looking to see if all of the like certain flavors have the same mold. And yes, they do. So there's just a whole bunch of crying green children in this bag. Anyway.
Oh, man.
That's Jelly Babies.
Well, some of your previous quotes were when you tried hula hoops, it was like veggie chips, but less healthy. So they're better. When you tried fizzy pencils, your quote was neither fizzy nor a pencil.
It was false marketing.
Uh-huh. And when you tried Biscoff, with Biscoff you can never go wrong, but the double Biscoff was better.
You know, I was not wrong. I agree with everything I've said.
You regret nothing.
I regret nothing.
Well, I hope you all enjoyed it. This was Snack Time with Ellie.
Rest in peace.
That was intense. That was intense.
I didn't realize when I bought Jelly Babies that I would be eating babies. I thought it would be more like Sour Patch Kids, where they don't really look like kids.
Right. It's very, very characterized.
But these look like kids that are crying because you're going to eat them. And it made me feel bad.
As we finish up here, Ellie, one other comment that had come through when you were talking about having to study so much was, hey, don't forget to get out and see outside and look around there to kind of keep the world fresh for you and everything. You actually just did that after your most recent finals. I was looking, I don't have the pictures and everything that we showed last time, but you want to talk about what the last thing you did, about how your post-final celebrations you've had for yourself in the past year or so?
So, the first year, so I usually have finals right after Christmas. So I go to Christmas.
It's cruel, everybody.
It's cool. I spend my Christmas studying. Basically, I take off Christmas Eve and Christmas and spend the rest of the time studying. So I come back from Christmas, take my finals, and then I have about a week or two off. So it's this really weird break that I have. So the very first year, I went to Disney Paris for 2 days. And that was so much fun. It was the first time I had ever gone anywhere by myself. Other than like being here. But I wasn't really traveling while I was here, at least at the very beginning. So that's what I did year one after finals. And then this year, I went to Dublin and walked around, got to see the sights, tried Guinness. It's not that good. Not a beer person. Anyway,
you had to try it while you were over there. They kicked you out of the country.
Guinness. I was in Dublin. Like, what was I supposed to do? Eat jelly babies?
Got him.
So I have been traveling a little bit. Dad and I, when we were packing up to move me out of my accommodations year one, went up to North Wales.
Oh yeah.
And we went to a slate mine that they turned into like this like obstacle course zip line thing, and that was really fun.
That's crazy. It was so cool.
That was really cool.
Coolest things. And it was the end of the day. We were the last people to go on. So it was empty. We had the entire cavern to ourselves. There was nobody else there.
It was pretty awesome.
It was really cool. We had a great time.
Anyway, so I've been in a few places. I definitely, during my normal week, get out as much as walking to campus. And that's about it. But that's pretty expected of an engineering student. I have a business student friend who has already said, I think I'm going to go next week and go somewhere fun like Paris. I went in the middle of the school year and she went, yeah, I just don't have that many classes or that much to do. I wish.
If only.
I was like, well, if you can leave for a week and not come back and be like, I'm destroyed, good on you. I couldn't do that. Anyway, so I do go some places. Most of the time, I'm either on campus or in my room studying because I have quite a few things to do as an engineering student. And this year, they decided to just give us as much coursework as possible. So I have a 10-page paper that I'm working on. I have one assignment that is 5 chapters worth of projects. And then I have to write a 4 to 5 page lab report. And a whole bunch of quizzes and tests and stuff. So, along with trying to get a job. So it's
been kind of busy. No wonder you're getting sick.
A lot. It's a lot. This is the second time I've gotten sick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yep.
It stinks when you can't be there to make you some soup or something.
Well, at least you can send me jelly babies. So I feel like I'm devouring children.
Exactly.
What you want when you're sick.
Parents there.
At least you should eat toddlers.
Well, the last thing, Elle, for those who have not been in our monthly Patreon chats, as far as what's going on with Carl lately, do you want to talk about maybe a couple of things that have happened recently? Maybe I'll talk about some things that have happened recently. You can talk about maybe what we're looking forward to doing when you come home over the summer break. Maybe a couple of things.
That sounds good. You start.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't seen, we do have quite a little bit of a backlog of footage that we've shot over the last 6-8 months. And we have some things that are going to be coming out. Ellie's done some cool stuff to Carl, since you may have seen. Things like adding leaf springs, a dual exhaust happened. We made some major cooling modifications.
Wait, the cooling videos aren't even out?
Like I said, everybody, she doesn't watch these, so
I had no clue. That was so long ago.
I know I've been a little behind, Ellie.
I mean, completely understandable.
Ellie, the latest episodes we've got out is her finishing and upholstering and getting her bucket seats built, but you haven't seen those going in.
What? I mean, I knew it.
Ellie's getting a little upset with her editor here.
Yeah, I pay you so well.
In hugs and quippy comments.
Come on, Dad. I call you every day.
So there's a lot of stuff coming up, but we also have things that we've got lined up for this summer. So Ellie, yeah, tell everybody some ideas of what we're looking at this summer.
This summer, we're looking at coming this summer. Feels like a movie announcement.
Ellie's Garage Part 2, Jelly Babies.
Dun, dun, dun.
In a world where people eat jellied children.
Dad, I'm bringing you back jelly babies just so you can try them. They're horrible. Sorry, what was I talking about?
This summer.
We have quite a few things that we're looking at doing. We're probably gonna have to parse it all down because I'll have a limited amount of time due to the fact of coming home, and then we have a family vacation planned, and then I need to leave for work for the next year. So we'll have a very limited amount of time, but we're gonna try to push as much as we can into that time. We're looking at going up to Jerry Kratz's place and redoing wiring because he took one look at our wiring and went, well, I didn't expect much better than this. I think he said it nicer than that, but he was like, it's a rat's nest. So he's going to help us rewire it nicely, which I'm very excited about because I think we finally stopped adding wiring stuff to the engine.
Right.
So if we wire it, it'll stay pretty this time. We're looking at doing headliner. Another thing hopefully we'll do with Jerry, because the idea of doing that by ourselves sounds terrifying. We have been putting headliner off for months. We've had this stuff for a while and just have avoided it like the plague. Because headliner is scary, and when you make a cut, you can't go back with headliner. Yeah,
and it looks like everything could be good until you get right back to those C-pillars, those sail panels. That looks like real ugly.
We also have harder sail panels than a normal 65 Falcon because of the fact that we have 3-point seatbelts back there. So we're going to have to figure out how on earth to cut a hole in the
Yeah, I mean, just in the material right there, right in front of where we've got the bolt hole. It's just we're just gonna have to.
Enough so that it's big enough so that the thing can go in, but we don't want it to fray. So it's a whole thing that we're gonna have to figure out. So that's gonna be really, really complicated. Anyway, so we've been putting that off. Hopefully, we'll get that done. But after that's done, it'll really be a thing of putting carpets in, putting all the panels that we took off ages ago in.
A lot of finishing work, a lot of real finishing work, which will be crazy because we're just so used to driving around in car with just no carpet, no door. It's going to be weird.
It's going to be weird.
So,
I know that there are a couple things that we need to do. I don't know if we're going to do them this summer, but looking down the line, like redoing the trunk, is on our radar. Something we've thought about for a while, but just haven't gotten to because we have a bigger gas tank that we've had. And there's quite a bit of rust in the trunk, like surface rust, but
like in the trunk area.
So we need to clean that off.
It'd be cool to do something cool in there.
We'd probably make like drawers or something for the wheel wells or something like that. We'll figure that out. Anyway, that's on the radar. We need to cover the back bench seat, which is also on the radar. So we have quite a few more things to do on the car. But honestly, looking at it, our list is getting pretty short.
Relatively.
That's crazy. Like, it's going to take us a couple more years, but when looking at it from all the stuff we had to do,
right,
our list is getting really short.
Awesome.
It just means we're going to have to get a pickup and put the beefiest engine we can possibly find in there.
Is that what you're looking at? Is that what you want next, Ellie? You want like an F100 or pickup, or you want to see if those folks at Vintage Broncos want to give you a starter car?
I love myself a Vintage Bronco.
You could solicit maybe all of YouTube if anybody has a Bronco, either a first or second gen Bronco project car they'd like to donate to the channel.
Love a good Bronco. I'd take a Bronco. I'd take a random pickup, like a random older pickup. I just want to take a car that you wouldn't expect to put a beefy engine in, and then put a beefy engine in it, and then go back to autocross and win it all.
And dominate.
And they'll be like, well, this isn't a car that you would normally see at the autocross, and it'll be like, I'm going to win. Anyway.
That was so cool. That was
really cool.
Well, this was great. For all of our normal Patreons, Teddy speaking up. Thanks, buddy. For all of our normal patrons who came along, thank you, and for all of our folks who, thanks to me, you're all welcome, everybody. Thanks to me, everybody came along. But thanks. Yeah, this was good. We will definitely do this again. If you'd like to be along for this is basically what we do, except there's more structure to it, and there's more things to show and that type of thing.
We do it every month with our Patreon subscribers, so if you would like to join, you can, but every once in a while we'll do it with everybody, usually a little more scheduled out.
But thank you all for joining. For our patrons, we'll see you next month, and keep an eye on the channel. There will be more coming, we promise. But,
yay!
Ellie, have a good rest of your week and weekend, and good luck at school. And thanks everybody for joining.
We'll see you next time, still in separate countries.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.